So I'm going to try and give some more information about the double rainbow video, because people constantly are commenting on it, and I guess it's a lot of people who are just coming to it new. When the video starts, I'm actually in my house. I walk out my house and there's a tree in the way and I can't see the whole rainbow, so I move out of the way, and when I get to where I'm clear of that tree and I can see the whole rainbow, it feels like a giant hand pushes me to the ground, like presses me on my shoulder, and I'm on the ground for the last 3/4 of that video. The first quarter I'm walking, and the last 3/4 I'm on the ground on my ass just trying to hold the camera. What was going through my mind is, this is an amazing rainbow. I have to just catch this, and it doesn't matter what the audio is, because I could just delete the audio. And you know, I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. I don't have any neighbors. I'm used to being able to yell and scream and say whatever I want, and no one knows or cares. And so I just, you know, it's like I'll just go let it flow. I mean, I'm not even thinking that anyone's gonna hear me or see me or you know, ever see this. Or well, I thought that maybe the rainbow video was important. That's why I was trying to catch it. But the audio didn't cross my mind that was going to be anything at the time. It was just coming out of me. I was just kind of describing what I was seeing, not for the camera, just because that's what it was. It was just flowing out of me. I don't know. I talk loud a lot. I'm thinking that the audio will just get deleted. It doesn't matter. I'll put some music or whatever. And I'm also thinking that I just finished writing this email saying how I felt like I was Noah, and that this rainbow was all the way across the sky, and it looked like a giant eyeball. And I thought, what could have an eye that big? And I just finished saying how I felt like I was Noah, and Noah was a prophet of God who saw a rainbow, and there's a giant eye in front of me all the way across the sky. Like, that's God. That's why I say, oh my God, so many times, because I'm in the presence of God, and God has touched me. He knocked me to the ground, and He's speaking to and through me. That's what the video is. That's why it's done what it's done. That's why there's no ads on it. And if you notice, there's no people in that video. It's a perfect video of God. I got the first video of God and put it on the internet. That's why I've become a legend in my own time. I bought this land in 1988 when I was 25 years old, because I looked in the future. I can do that. I can look into the future, not because I'm magic, but because I can add. I can do math. I can see, oh yeah, this and this is happening. This is what's going to happen from that. So I figured, yes, it would be good to have some land with your own water, and where you can grow food. And so, you know, a lot of people call them preppers. I'm one of these guys who's like preparing in case the system that we know it collapses. Kind of like an ark, right? I know that I bought this land when I was 25 years old in 1988 and turned it into an organic farm. See how it looks over there? Just all wild. That's how it looked all through here. There was all trees. You couldn't see this mountain. It was full of trees. I was in a dark forest. So I hacked this farm out of the wilderness and turned it into a farm, and rainbows start coming. And I'm like, what's all these rainbows? You know, why are all these rainbows coming wherever I go? To the people who comment, you know, about my video, it's like, well, is this guy on drugs? Now here's the thing: if you live in the city, you have no clue what it's like. You know, you have no clue. I was born and raised in the city, and I came to live and work in Yosemite in 1985 and married into the Yosemite Indian tribe. I've been practicing these Yosemite Indian ceremonies and this culture since 1986. That's powerful shit. Every rainbow video I see has telephone wires in it. They has people are in their cars. They can't bother to get out of their car. You know, or there's buildings in it. You know, or you hear planes or something like that. You know, you have no clue to know what it's like to live alone on the side of this mountain that you hacked out of the wilderness and turned into a farm, and then have one of these rainbows come to your front yard, you know, and stay for an hour. You have no clue what that's like. Yeah, it's like people are like, oh, it's just a rainbow. I feel sorry for you if you think it's just a rainbow, because that's how you see life. And you know what? I don't see life like that, because look where I live, Yosemite National Park, the most beautiful place on the planet, the place where the idea of setting aside land for the future of humanity started, with Abraham Lincoln signing that into law. It's, you know, I live in an amazingly beautiful place. I have this big chunk of land, a whole mountain, you know, and I own it outright. I don't have to work. You know, I've lived alone here for decades. People don't have no clue what that's like. You know, it's like they can't relate, so they think, oh, he's on drugs or something like that. You know, most people in the beginning thought I was hiking. No, this is my front yard. Yeah. If you can't understand, it's because you haven't lived my life. You haven't lived my set of experiences. You know, you haven't been doing these Indian ceremonies for 25 years. You haven't hacked out a piece of land and turned it into a farm. You know, you haven't lived alone for decades. You don't know what it's like. You have no clue. You have no clue what my reality is, you know. So some people understand it. Some people get it. And you know, those are more sensitive people, and I applaud you. But for all the people who are like, oh, you're an idiot or whatever, I feel sorry for you, because you know what? It's just about you. Like I said and explained, it's like the double rainbow video, or a double rainbow is a mirror of itself, and my video is a mirror for the people watching it.